'Cause life is beautiful no matter what they say. Words can bring you down. The bridge, you know what I mean? The words can bring you down. What are words for? When no one listens, any words for? No one listens and no use talking at all. Down, Dale Bosio from Missing Persons. She did well, didn't she? Because she was obviously Terry Bozzio, played for Frank Zappa, and then Dairy Queen, Dale Bosio fucked Tiggy, and then she fancied, let's not get off topic, she fancied Warren Kikurulo, and then a bit of tension kind of was good for the music, a bit of tension, a bit of sexual tension, it's all good, yeah. And that's why Missing Persons went on to do well, because they were touched by Frank Zappa's fucking genius, you know what I mean? They went on and did that shit, yeah. And I'd just like to say, the number of fucking geniuses I've fucking met in my life, so it feels like a team effort, what I'm doing. I don't care what the fucking doing, but I kind of do know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's like, you know whose fault it is? It's kind of Lenny's fault that I'm still doing this, and still going for various things and sort of training myself up to blah, 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 you know. But which Lenny are we talking about, you know? It's also Robert's fault, you know. But which Robert are we talking about? I think there's three of them that I can think of, you know. And well, of course, can't leave out Leo. You know, it's Leo's fault. But which Leo are we talking about? I could go on, yeah. We just sat here at the bridge. And we're sat here basking in the fucking literal and figurative fucking sunshine that's bathing down on me like my own personal golden light of inspiration that I continue to bask in. And we're sitting opposite stone's throw. We're sitting opposite. Start that again. Do that again. I do a lot of stuff in one take that's actually pretty impressive. I'd just like to say, yeah, do you want me to do the Braveheart speech just in quietly so nobody hears it but the birds, you know? But the bridge, you know, we're just sat opposite, as I'll go back there, a stone's throw from the King George V, yeah, and all those years back, I'll say it again, I'll say this story a million times, I wouldn't really get bored by it, you know, the geeks versus the cool people, they wheeled Dave in, and what did Dave do? He single-handedly won the game for the entire motherfucking team, yeah. It was nice that my influence was went out there, you know, like I dropped the pebble in the thing and the fucking waves went out, didn't they? And then Alan Belford's wee boy's doing well, so yeah, I can look at myself in the mirror and go, fucking hell, Dave, you fucking, the fucking inspiration that you are, you know. But I mean, why wouldn't I do well? Because, you know, art is a leveler, and you know, do it from all the pain, you know, just channel all that pain, you know. I've got to do something, you know. Because I guess when it was only like a few years earlier that my dad had been mashed by a truck, I think I had a lot of frustration to give out, but it was a beautifully, I just kind of intuitively assimilated all various shit in order to then be a fucking goalie, sensational goalie without even practicing. I could easily have played for Queens, but again, it was just a wee, you know, like, and someone laughed when I said, I could play for Queens at the pub that I used to go to school with. Is that the best you've got? Is that the best? Like, you laughed. What, playing for Queens is the pinnacle, is it? The Queens would just have been the start. Give me a break. So yeah, Stink said everything's relative. Know your own worth. Everything's relative. I saved about fucking 10 goals. I could go into this even more. I saved about 10 fucking goals, and the striker from the opposing team said to me after I saved one of the fucking goals sensationally, he goes to me, no wonder we can't win when you're scoring when you're saving goals like that. Oh yeah, I'm such an inspiration to myself, and I continue to be such an inspiration to myself. And thanks to all you as well, like, for following me in my bullshit, because a lot of it is bullshit. But you know, I'm trying my best. It's just because I've seen some things, I've done some things, I've seen some possibilities, man. And I try and do, like Ozzy said, make the best of what you got. And I think I've sort of done that, but I've also then taken some shit to new levels as well. So, you know, do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm just like, I'm doing, you know, whatever, you know. It's funny in this world, right? You've got to have a fucking, you're seen as having like a fucking personality disorder just for being fucking individual, you know. Like, who decides the norms of society? I just wondered, there must have been some great schism centuries or even thousands of years ago. Well, like, of course, how many schisms have we had? War and all the rest of it, that's meant that society is the way it is, whereas, as I've said before, and I'm not the first to say this, where if you are like the nail to stand up above the rest, that's the first one to get hit, you know what I mean? It's like, what, a crime to be different? David Icke was right about that, you know. But it's fucking hilarious. It's just like, there's nothing wrong with like doing whatever you want to do, as long as you're spreading hate or causing harm or whatever. Like, that's what I'm all going to try to do. Yeah, stream of consciousness. This is interesting. I could do a fucking podcast. I could talk for fucking hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I've had some fucking amazing conversations with my brother at work. But his mind, he's got some shit to say. He's done some shit, you know, and we're like the Gallagher's, we bring out the best and the worst. And you know, I try not to get pissed off, but there's a bit of competition, rivalry, sibling rivalry, but you know, it's all good. Yeah. Anyway, blah 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 blah